so shy when it comes to you, but I guess you're curious, huh? So let me show you what I can do.
Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Chef Albert here. You know what it is, live from Colorado Springs, Colorado. So today is a Friday, yay! Today is a Friday morning. I just got back from getting a haircut. I think now you know off days means haircut appointments. So I just got back from getting a haircut and I have a pretty hectic day. Not hectic, but you know, it's gonna be a fun day. I'm meeting up for drinks and meeting up for lunch with friends. So I'm excited. I haven't done that in a while, so I'm glad that I'm actually doing it. We were supposed to leave. We planned a vacation with my friends. We're supposed to leave today, and then for 5 days we were heading to LA, but something happened, so we can't leave anymore. So I still have those 5 days, which I'm gonna use wisely, which I'm gonna use pretty well. Content creation, record something nice, probably like a recipe, edit a video and put up my second Q&A, which I need to finish answering. So I'm pretty excited, and I'm gonna get some rest also. I think I need like 2 days where I'm not doing anything, I'm just sleeping. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Hope everybody's doing all right. I look so good. I look so good. I think outfit NII giver. Let me put this. Where can I put this? I want to show you guys. Yeah, I think like this is an outfit, and it's always those unplanned outfits. Like this is cute. This is so cute. This is beautiful. Yeah. So I need to get my day started. I'm gonna shower and yeah, and I also have to finish the Q&A. Pretty excited. I have to finish that and then I'll post it, and then we're done with that, and then we need to move on to more content. So yeah, bye. Hey guys, so I'm heading out to Colorado Craft to hook up with Tshepo for a little chit chat. There's a lot that we need to talk about. So yeah, I'm heading out there. It's pretty cold, that's why I have a coat on top. So yeah, I'm so exhausted actually, but exhausted need one thing. I'm exhausted, but if I'm gonna wait, is this the ride? I think it is.
There's a sparkle in your eyes. I feel the warmth of your skin. Just the touch of your hand makes me tremble within. Love the smell of your hair, lying here in my bed. Never gonna be alone, 'cause with you I'm finally coming home. I wanna be with you always, 'cause that is what my heart says. That's what my heart says. I wanna be with you always. You are my world in every place. It's the things that you do, and it's the smile on your face. And as time goes by, I know I'm in a better place. I'm in a better place. Without your love, I am out of place. And without you, I am just a trace. I love you with all of my heart. Together forever, never to part. I wanna be with you always. 'Cause that is what my heart says. That's what my heart says. I wanna be with you always. Always, yeah. You are my world in every place. Oh, oh, oh. It's the things that you do. It's the things you do, baby. It's the smile on your face. Smile on your face. And it's time for she's putting all of her cards down on the table, knowing there's no way that she'll be able to win this one. But she's somebody else in the making. First, she just gotta stop all the faking, and she'll be there. But she's wondering if it's gonna feel like this forever. Wondering if it's gonna feel like this whenever she leaves her safe space. She leaves her safe space. Wondering if it is for you. I share the cup of love that overflows.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today's a Monday afternoon actually. It's a Monday afternoon and I just woke up like 2 hours ago, and I'm like, damn, because I didn't set an alarm because I don't have work, so I'll wake up whenever I have to wake up, or whenever my body clock feels like it's time for me to wake up. So I woke up 2 hours ago and I got ready to finish my Q&A. So yeah, I hope everybody's still doing all right. Still on that Sun Bonani babe. Oh gorgeous. Oh gorgeous. So I'm gonna finish answering your questions and hopefully put up a vlog soon. I've been resting, guys. I've been resting. Ha ke re ke a tsoa, ke re gore ke tshware phone tse bondia. So I'm glad I'm actually resting. So yeah, so all of this that's left, that's like 17 questions. This is from my subscribers. So the first question says, I love you and I've been watching your vlogs, been a fan of you from the time you were featured in Tati's channel. Pros and cons of working abroad. I'll start with the pros. So I think working abroad is a pretty good experience because now not only do you get the not only do you get to make good money, you also get to better yourself and better your craft, and you learn a lot. You learn a lot, and not only do you get to do that, you also get to travel other states. I know most interns, when they come this side, they always visit Miami, they're always in Florida, they're always in New York City, and they love Las Vegas. So all those nice places you always see in movies, you actually get to experience them when you're this side. Request days off, on your off days, take your vacation and just go experience a few other states from whichever state you would be at that time. So yeah, it's a nice experience, and you get to meet other people from other countries. I think it's so beautiful having to meet other people and see how people live life and how they carry themselves. Sometimes you get to take from that, take something from them, and it's just always nice. It's like, and you get to go back home and start something really nice for yourself, because I think we learn a lot. We learn a lot here, because after I went to New York, and then I went home, and then came back for Florida and Boston. And I went back home, and I opened my catering business, which is doing pretty well. I'm a private caterer back at home. So yeah, you learn a lot, and not only in the kitchen. You learn how to deal with clients also, because we interact with guests a lot. So that kind of also builds your self-esteem, and so yeah, it's a great experience. The disadvantage of working in the US, you get to miss home a lot. You get to miss home a lot, and sometimes you around people that are unpleasant. You experience a bit of racism at work. So it's those kind of things that will make you just feel like you want to go back home. You don't want to do this anymore. You hate your career. So yeah, but there isn't really a lot of disadvantages. I think well, from my side, there hasn't been any. It's just a little bit of racism since I started traveling. Um, having to deal with unpleasant people, missing home, because sometimes you get really depressed, you miss you miss your normal surroundings and people that you're around, so yeah, that's the only disadvantage I think there is to it. Yeah, there is to it. And also, it's not a disadvantage as such, but having to get the speed here, how people move here at work, you're having to adjust to that. It takes some time because this is a little foreign for you. Why the matter check so you have to get used to the speed. And yeah, but once you get used to it, you're good, so there isn't really a lot of disadvantages. So yeah. The question is, when did you start discovering that you love cooking, and how is the scene overseas? Well, I think I've answered this question in my previous vlog, how I fell in love with cooking, and then how's the scene this side? Depending on the hotel or resort you work at, you'll because now these other resorts that I just feel like, I didn't really learn a lot here. The only thing that I've gotten from working at this place is speed, how I move, how I work, but in terms of learning new things, new techniques, not so much, so it depends on the hotel, restaurant, or resort they say you get to work at. That is what will determine what you take, and how you feel like, how's the scene this side. Because now these places back at home, a whole lot of places better back at home that are way better than the places I've worked at in the US. Okay. And then the next question is, okay, that's how long are you planning to stay this side? I think the subscribers this side also. I'm leaving in a few months time. Yeah. Would you love being a citizen here? No. Honestly, no. Life for me is in South Africa. I don't think, but home is my comfort zone, guys, and I can't stay away from family for too long. I'll be like, I can't do that. I can't. That's why I always go for J1 programs, because it's only a year and a few months, so I can't be away from home for too long. I become miserable. I become a mess. So being a citizen this side, I don't know. I don't know. Let me not say no, but I don't know. I honestly don't know. Probably if I could meet a Jane to the side, probably I could do that. But honestly, life for me is South Africa. On one of your vlogs, you mentioned that you were having a hard time. Hey, la morata fihle, la morata. Let me say, let me say. This is sexy. On one of your vlogs, you mentioned that you were having a hard time getting over your ex. Are you okay now, and how did you do it? I don't think I'm okay. I honestly don't think I'm okay. But I've stopped all communication with him, and he blocked me on Instagram. Yeah, he blocked me on all my social media, I think. Yeah. So I haven't been seeing his posts. I haven't been talking to him for a while. Because what I did is, I was in communication with him last year, as friends. But I realized that that in a way makes me miss what we shared. You understand? So I just stopped chatting to him, and then I eventually deleted his numbers off my WhatsApp. And then a few weeks later, that's when I realized he actually blocked me on Instagram also, because he liked viewing my status update, and sometimes he would react on that. So me not getting that for a while, I'm like, what's happening? I don't even see his post anymore, because I like seeing his post also. I'm like, oh, he blocked me. He blocked me even on my fake account. How he found it, I don't know. So yeah, I've stopped communicating with him, and I've stopped seeing his posts. But I don't know. I still miss him. You know, when I get really lonely, and sometimes you want to chat to somebody like a man. You don't want to speak to your friends. About well out. You miss that. I miss that. Little intimacy. So every time I I miss that, or every time I just want to talk to somebody, because he was a good listener. He was a good listener. I miss somebody like that. I miss him a lot. Uh, Obviously, looking back at how our relationship was and how he loved me, and how he treated me, So, and he treated me like an egg. It just ended really. It just, the way it ended was just very unpleasant. But during the relationship, he treated me pretty well. He treated me pretty well. The relationship was amazing. I remember I stopped communicating with friends for a while. I was like, yo, but that's all the time, So yeah, it was a beautiful relationship. So every time I get lonely and I miss I being with a guy or anything like that of some sort, I miss him, But I'm doing a whole lot better than I was when I got here. So yeah, but thank you for that question. I'm doing a whole lot better, my love. Whole lot better than I was when I first got here. If you check my vlogs and my first vlog, you'll see even there's weight gain. Even my moods are a whole lot better. So yeah, but but sometimes I do miss him. I'm sure he does also. How do you not miss me? So yeah. How did you become a private chef in the culinary sector, and would you recommend to a student who graduated at a culinary school and is currently a commis chef? Secondly, why did you decide to move abroad? I've already answered that. And how does one as a chef in South Africa go abroad? I've already answered that. Awesome travelers who you want to contact. Thank you and happy new year. Happy new year, my love. I hope the year started off very bright for you also, and I pray that it shines through. So I'll answer your first question that you asked me here, which is, how did you become a private chef in the culinary sector, and would you recommend to a student who has graduated already and is currently a commis chef? Starting a business, and yeah, being a private chef, it's a lot of work. I started doing private work before I even got done with culinary school, because I knew this is what I want to do. I remember my first gig was at my first boss. There's a lady that I used to work for, my Nana Jama. We were very close. I worked for her while I was still in high school. Weekends I would go babysit, clean her house, ironing, do laundry and all of that. And then I would obviously get money for the 2 days I would have worked, little pocket money. And then on holidays, I would do that also. On holidays, it would be nice because, December holidays are long, so I'm always at work, I would cook for her and her family. I would clean their house. I would do their laundry, do their ironing, babysit, take the little ones shopping. Spend the day with the little ones outside of the house. So I was like the babysitter slash cook slash. So the first gig I did was with her. It was on her birthday celebration, and that was the very first gig I did. And I was like, okay, I can actually do this. And obviously over the years, I mastered how to be good at like my food costing, be good at charging clients, because obviously when I started, I was losing a whole lot of money. But with me, I always tell myself, money will always come. Let me just work on like getting my food, uh, getting used to dealing with clients and serving people, all of that, So all of that came with years. It's not like I started last year. No, it's just I started at a very young age. That's why I think now I can deal with clients. I can communicate with clients pretty well. I can communicate with guests, clients, guests. My food costing is spot on, and I can charge clients also. I can carry out the entire process properly now, but I started at a very young age to do it. Not young age, but like what, 20, 22, 23. That's when I started catering, and then I did that for a few more times that year, I remember, and I was still slightly getting better at it, but yes, I would recommend that, because that's one thing I do. I don't have culinary experience back at home. I've never worked at any hotel back at home. I don't know. I've never, because now I know work is work, but it's very demanding. It's as demanding as it is in the US, but now the difference is you're getting less money, and sometimes your overtime is not paid. Like, it just takes a lot of you. You're always at work. Sometimes you're at work 6 days a week. You're always tired. You don't have a life, basically. You're always tired. The money's not good, so you're not going anywhere. Do you understand? So that's one of the reasons why I've never worked back at home, and I saw that being a private caterer, I'm making more money than I would actually. I would do 2 gigs in a month, and I would make more than what I would have gotten if I worked at a hotel for a year. So that's one of the reasons why I settled with being a private chef. Also, a basic thing like making slab cook. In a day, if on a good day, I would probably make close to 1.4 on slab cook orders on a good day. And I can imagine if I make that much every day, how much it's gonna be in a month. So I also still feel like that's still a lot of money, where else I'm pouring into somebody else's business, and it's not fulfilling for me, and I'm always tired, and the money's still good. Rather I do this, I'm pouring into my own cup, and I'm making money out of it. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I just felt like I'll never work back at home. But I feel like I want to do it. But part-time, probably 3 days a week, just so that I have experience also back at home. But my resume is pretty good. So I don't think even getting a job should be a problem. So I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. But when you start off, just be very patient and trust in the process. Because don't think you're gonna start now and already start making money. No, you need to start building a brand. You need to start getting people to know you. Getting used to your work, build a client base. It's a lot of work. But if it's something that you want to do, you won't be so discouraged. You'll always be motivated to do it. How do you deal with a long relationship heartbreak? What is long-term relationship? I've never been in a relationship longer than a year. I've never been in a relationship longer than a year, because now when I feel like you gone. I don't compromise. I don't compromise on my standards. I don't do that. And if I set boundaries in a relationship, they have to be met. Same way I would respect the boundaries you would have set for the relationship. So if those are violated, I'm gone. So my relationships have never really lasted longer than a year. But how I deal with heartbreak, forget about it, pray about it, talk about it, and I've realized talking about it really helps. So if I feel sad, or I just feel like I want to talk to somebody, grab my phone. It's either see Tati's available, or my mom, or Precious. I have a few friends, that are just always willing to listen. If not back at home, back here also, Kobeka will listen, Sulimates will listen, Sauda will listen, I communicate everything. Music, having some time to myself, which most of the time is just having tea and listening to good music, arranging my flowers, staying committed to things that make you smile also help you deal with and a heartbreak or whatever it is that you're dealing with, and just being there for yourself. And before you know it, you would have forgotten about it, forgotten but healed. I haven't forgotten all my exes, but I'm over them. I'm over them. Which some of them we're still in communication. So, you know. So yeah, Matapelo yena mputse dipotso tse ngata. Matapelo asked me what 6 questions. The worst way someone has ever hurt you in a relationship. No need to mention names. Well, I think having to invest a lot in a relationship and only have it thrown back in my face. And being there for you emotionally, physically, financially, and just always making sure that you taken care of, that you're okay, and if you're not okay, I drop everything that I'm doing, and headed to you to just make sure that you're okay. You need ideas. Here, this is what you do. You need help of what, baby? This is what you do. Just investing a whole lot of things. Also understanding that we're in a relationship. If I don't know how people relationship, but me, when I relationship to marriage. Because what are we doing? If we're not in a relationship to get married, then why are we in a relationship? What are our plans for this relationship? What's happening? So me, when I get in a relationship, I get in a relationship for marriage. I don't know. I don't like exploring people like that. So yeah. So when I get in a relationship, I get in a relationship for marriage. So I invest a whole lot in it, understanding that also, not only am I gonna pour in your cup, you also one day will pour in my cup. Because relationships, man, we can't always give our hundreds all the time. Sometimes I can come with 60 or 70, and then you can come over 20, 40. But now if I'm the only one that's just always 70, 80, 90, it's tiring. Also me being there for you in all aspects, in a way, will help our relationship be a little bit better. Because now, if you're stressed because of work, because of finances, you're stressed because this is happening, I'm not okay emotionally, you won't focus. Your focus is no way in the relationship. In the relationship, in a way, will suffer. So me helping you out with all of that you're going through, I do that understanding that when you're okay, our relationship is gonna be okay also. We're gonna be okay also. But now, I just in that specific relationship, I just invested a lot in it. I stopped working, I stopped taking clients. I lost a whole lot of clients, especially brands, and I just invested all my time in this person. Making sure he's okay, making sure I'm there for him when he actually needs me. I'm a call away, I'm a text away. In everything that he needs help with, I'm helping him out, and I'm helping him find solutions. I'm helping him plan. Only to be treated like shit at the end. So it's I was really shocked. I was like, me, I'm not gonna cry. But I was really shocked, like, me? Really, me? You think I deserve that? So for me it was shocking. It was shocking, and I was really heartbroken. I lost a whole lot of weight, because I was like, man, I honestly wasn't expecting this from you. But you saying, this is not gonna end here, it can't end here. You the one, you the one, I'm the one, vibes. So for it to be, for it to end like that, I'm like, damn, when I've invested so much in this relationship, so much, and in a way lost myself in the relationship, So I was really disappointed. But I'm one person, I forgive a lot. I forgive a lot, and understanding that the way people treat you, sometimes it's not even, it's never about you. In most cases, it's never about you. It's about them and their own insecurities, their own traumas that they trying to reflect on you. Everything that they probably might be dealing with. of it. So I'm very forgiving, and I just told myself, you know what, yes, it ended, but it's fine. I know it wasn't my fault. That's for sure. Even if he didn't apologize, and even if he didn't tell me that I didn't deserve that, it's all his fault. I would have still, understood. It's not me. I smell so good. I smell, I smell really good. It's not me. It's you. So I think that's the worst way somebody have ever hurt me. Yeah, actually, me investing so much into you and into our relationship, only to be treated like I'm trash at the end of the relationship. It broke me. We'll talk about it. We'll be get into detail about it in the future, not now. But I was really disappointed, and I felt like I didn't deserve that. Especially because I loved you. But hey, men, I don't know. And obviously, after every relationship ends, I sit down and just try to analyze my moves in the relationship, and I try to, try to find faults. Because obviously I'm not perfect. We all not perfect. Probably there was things that I did in a relationship that he didn't appreciate, and things that I obviously didn't know that I was doing. That was uncomfortable, and so obviously after heartbreak, I sit down and just analyze everything and see what is it that I did wrong, and how I would improve in my next relationship. But I think my relationships, all my relationships, and how I don't trust men fully. I think it all comes to how I, like, all the things that I went through in my upbringing when I was growing up, all the things that I saw how male figures treated women around me, in a way that influenced how I see men now, how I don't trust men, and how I believe if a man will cheat on you, he's going to do it for the rest of your life. And how I believe that some men are not genuine, and how I believe that men sometimes get in relationships for convenience, for convenience. So yeah, it's things that I also have to work on, and probably in my next relationships be a little bit trusting. And but men are men, hey yo, bana batla ho duba hle. Bana batla ho duba. I don't know. I think because I have a whole lot of guy friends, right? And at work also, I work with guys, and I have 3 brothers. So always being around them and always hearing how they communicate and how they discuss women and how they treat women, I just feel like men are actually the same. Men are very selfish, and men would do anything to make sure that they're okay. There's some guy at work said, we're having a conversation the other day, that he will live life. He's a married man that cheats a lot. He always cheats, that guy. He said, you only have one life, and if you're gonna let people tell you how to live that life, that you have one thing coming. He's like, me, I live life however I want to live it. Whatever fulfills me, I do it, and I don't care or what my wife thinks or what anybody else feels. It makes me happy, and therefore I'm gonna do that. Sure. So cheating on your wife makes you happy? Not only with one, but with multiple women, does that make you happy? Do you understand? So that will show you the kind of people some men are, So because I get to experience all of this, I, in a way, just always come to a conclusion that all men are the same, and I don't want to do this. But I'm very hopeful that they are good men out there, and they, there's one that's being made for me, and they will treat me exactly how I want to be treated. So yeah, but I'm okay. I'm sorry, that was one question that I asked so long. But yeah, that's the worst way somebody has ever hurt me, and I think I'm okay now though. I'm getting a little bit better. So yeah, The worst dish you've ever made as a qualified chef. There's a dish at work I'm doing currently. I hate it. It's called a cashew pepper. It's basically just pasta, right? It's like noodles. Pasta and then pasta water, and what it gets also it's black pepper and pecorino, like parmesan. Pecorino is like a parmesan cheese in a way. It's all those things: pasta water, pecorino, which is cheese, and then black pepper. That's all they get. And I'm like, but this, why? Why? You know, I hate it. Would you ever do lunch? Would you ever do lunch with your SA-based subscribers? I would love that. I would love that, obviously. But I think the way I would do it is in a form of pop-ups, because I'm gonna start with pop-up restaurants when I get home. So not only will you guys get to meet me, you'll get the opportunity also to eat food that I had prepared. So I think that's how I would do it. If also probably I do have time, I would love to have lunch with my subscribers. That's fun. I think that would be fun. That should be really fun. So yeah. When I get home, be on the lookout for my social media. Have your parents always accepted you as a gay man? Not always, but as when I came out, I remember my dad. It took him a while. It took him a while. So it took them a while. Not my mom though, and my sister. They okay. The people. I think it took my older brother and my dad a while to get used to it. But my dad now, we best friends. We best friends. I discuss everything with him. We discuss every single thing with him. Who hits on me? You know, which guy I like. You know, I discuss everything with him. I'm very open with him. And then my older brother, he's accepted me, but I think he's not entirely comfortable. I think he's not entirely comfortable because these vibes are so good from him. But I think it's not him being entirely comfortable. I think it's him also being overprotective, you know. So yeah, because he doesn't even want me to be in relationships. He doesn't. I remember when he met my ex, he's like, I'm like, do you like him? He's like, he's okay. He's okay, but I could tell he didn't like him. And then when we broke up, he's like, yep, that's why I didn't like him. So yeah, but after I came out, they worked on accepting me and my sexuality and getting used to it. And I think having TV shows on there's a TV show they like, the way Ngakona, I think. It has gay guys in it. They love watching it, and my dad loves it. I think also having to watch such shows in a way helps them understand that, you know, there's people like this and this is okay, you know. So that also helps them be even more accepting. But we're okay now. We all good. They've accepted me fully. We good. So yeah, and they love my fashion sense. But my mom was like, I love these heels, but the recent one, there's this other one I bought. It's this long. My mom was like, this one, but you look sexy. So, you know, please share why you're working in the other country. I forgot the name of it. It's New Zealand. Please share why it was the worst experience ever. You once said you hated working there for a year in one of your vlogs. It was bad. It was really bad. That program also from Awesome Travel. That program, you in a way have to find your own job, right? But there's an agency that works with Awesome Travel, that side, that also helps you. But they don't really help you at such, because you're a little bit more independent when you get that side. It's not like when you travel to the US and Awesome Travel helps you with everything, helps you get a job, blah, blah, blah. And before you leave South Africa, everything is already sorted. When you're in New Zealand, you have to find work for yourself. I remember I had about 15,000 when I left home. And then for 2 weeks, I had to try to find a job for myself, interviews. You know, I didn't have a place to stay. I was living at like backpackers very uncomfortable of some sort. I've never done anything like that, so for me it was like a little bit foreign. I'm like, yo, this is dangerous, because now you're sleeping with so many people in a room, people that you don't know, people that might just wake up and take your stuff. So when you sleep, you gotta make sure your stuff are safe and are around you, you know, because you might wake up and somebody else has taken your stuff and left, you know. So that alone was stressful, and it also killed my mood. I was demotivated, you know. And then so yeah, had to find a job, and then now I was going broke. I remember the last 2 days uh of me before I started work. The last 2 days I had how much left? I don't remember how much I had left, but it was enough to buy a pizza, a box of pizza, and a few cool drinks. So that box of pizza, I ate like 2 to 3 slices a day. Thinking for the next day, I'm like, okay, cool. The next day, I'll heat up these other slices, and then I have a few more other slices left for the next day, you know. And now that also is stressful. You're running out of money. There's no food. You haven't started work. What's gonna happen, you know? And then I eventually found work at a cafe called Diejovis. I loved it there. I loved it, but also there was also still a little bit of racism. But I loved it. I learned a lot, and I worked independently a lot. Like I was the one that opened the restaurant, so you know it was a very 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 demanding job. I did that, and then I moved to a hotel, and the hotel there also there was a whole lot of racism. I think I was the only black guy in the building, so it was just so uncomfortable for me. The people I worked with also were a whole lot unpleasant, and they would only speak their language, so you know, never talk to me. So I had to do that for a while, you know. And there's sometimes that they one or two of them would try to communicate with me, but when they're all together, it's like they forget about you. So that also wasn't nice. There's things like getting in an elevator. You know, I'm a bubbly person. You know, I even when I'm going through a lot, I don't I don't take my moods to work. I would get to work a happy person, greet everybody, get in an elevator and greet everybody in the elevator. And what they would do, they'll keep their mouth shut and move towards the end of the elevator and not say anything. So, you know. So it was very unpleasant for me, and stuff like leaving work and having somebody run. There's a guy that's a very big guy. I left work and he was running towards me. So I thought he was just running to, you know, running somewhere else. So I was slowed down a little bit. I'm like, he's not running towards me. But he was actually running towards me, because when he was almost got close, he started swearing. And then that's when I started running. And then I at some point stopped. I'm like, I can't be running. Why does this person run for me? I don't know him. And then I stopped. When I stopped, that's when he grabbed me and started swearing and wanted to beat me up. And I'm like, but I don't know you. What do you want from me? You know, you don't even know my name. What did I do to you? And then he started speaking in his language. And then by the grace of God, I managed to untie myself and run. I ran so much I didn't look back until I got to my place. So stuff like that. And now, obviously, now when I leave work, I'm now scared to even go home, because now what if that person is there, and what if, you know, he's looking at me or anything like that. So it was very unpleasant. It was a very unpleasant experience for me, but I loved the fact that I learned a lot. I think New Zealand is one place that I learned a whole lot than I have ever learned in all these states I've traveled to. I've traveled and worked in the United States. I learned a lot at New Zealand, a lot, especially because I was very independent. Even at the hotel, the restaurant I worked at, I was the one that always closed the kitchen, you know. So there was a lot that came to it. And even at work, there wasn't teamwork, but only when it came to me. There wasn't like teamwork, so they would only help each other, but when it comes to helping me, they wouldn't do that. So because I was the one that closed closed the restaurant at the end of the night, I would take pictures of the recipes. I would take the recipe books home, you know. And after work, when I start my shift, put them back without them noticing. So I would take all of that home, read, study them, take pictures and videos. I took a lot of videos. I think you guys saw on my previous vlog. Take a lot of videos while I'm working, so that I absorb everything quickly, and so that I get to be independent and not depend on them. Once I did that, once I started being independent, and once I started being fast in the kitchen, now that's when they started communicating. No, Abba, you need to slow down, wait for us. But you guys never waited for me, so let's go, let's move. And now, so that was a little bit unpleasant, because I was like, you know what, you guys have been so unpleasant towards me. There's no need for me to be pleasant towards you guys. So let's be these people. It's okay. Let's go. And I was I was fast. If you've worked with me, you know. Fast me all the time. So yeah, it was a very unpleasant experience for me, but I learned a lot. I honestly did, and I still feel like I would give New Zealand a chance again. Probably I'll visit there one time. I think, I don't think the entire country is like that. I've met a few people from New Zealand, and they're pretty nice people here in the US. They're pretty nice people. They love me, and they always say the story that I've had to experience such. But they do say the racism there is bad. But there's other places where it's a little bit better. Other cities, other towns where it's a little better. But they did say New Zealand is a very racist country. The guy you were with for your birthday, you guys seemed like there was a genuine connection. Is it a miss? Hey, Mr. Forbes. It's a miss, yes. So here's the thing. Like I've told you guys, I don't like exploring people. I'm very big on energy, So I dated this guy for a year, 2018. I dated him for a year, and he was amazing. He was amazing, and he treated me pretty well, and I felt to the US. And now, because I'm in the US now, I'm in a completely different country, you get lonely. We're adults, man. You get lonely, you miss that intimacy. I'm like, you know what? Because I don't like exploring a lot of people, let me just, it's fine. At least I know him, I'll carry on with him. And then that's when we're like, oh, let's carry on and just see where it takes us. Probably there's a reason why you had to move back. Probably there's a reason why we found a way back to each other again. So let's just see. He wasn't really big on communication, and I hated it. And if I'm one person that I communicate a lot, and if you're not gonna give me that, then what are you doing? Give me what I want. I give you what you want. It's a relationship. There has to be a whole lot of compromising. And then we met for New York. We met in New York, and it felt like it's like we never drifted apart, So it felt really good. I was actually worried that I'm probably gonna be a little bit, I'm gonna pull away a little bit because I haven't seen you in years, But it was lovely. It was like we've always been together, And then, but now on our trip to New York, there's a lot of things that I noticed. His behavior, the way he communicates, also because he's been through a heartbreak also, so there's a whole lot of insecurities. There's stuff like him going through my phone when I'm sleeping, and blocking my phone, trying to get through my chats and everything, It's a whole lot of insecurities, and not blaming him because he had just gotten out of a bad relationship, heartbreak. So same thing with me also. I just got out of a relationship that I thought that it's gonna work. So obviously my insecurities also are up there. I don't trust that much, and I'm really scared to commit again fully. So I'm like, this is not gonna work out, And then we decided, you know what, it's fine. Let's just end things while we're still okay with each other. You understand? It's okay. I love you. I know you love me also. I don't know why you're behaving the way you're behaving, but it's whatever. But let's end. I don't want anything with you. I don't want to continue this. Let's end this. And then we did. But we're still in communication. We still chat every now and then, catch up on each other. It was actually his birthday yesterday. We still catch up on each other, but there's nothing happening anymore, and I'm okay with it. What is your favorite dish? Well, it's not a dish. As I don't know, it's not a dish. Is it a dish? I love peanut butter sandwich. I love that's all I eat. If I don't cook, oh, sorry, if I'm not cooking, I'm eating peanut butter sandwich with coffee. Like that. It has to be with coffee. And it has to be either on brown bread or it has to be on potato bread. That's all I eat. I think it's my comfort food, especially when I'm not okay. Sometimes I eat peanut butter sandwich. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good. It's like my comfort food. That's why most people, friends, my exes would always buy me peanut butter and just pack it up in a nice, put it in a nice box, wrap it properly, and it will be peanut butter and it will make me smile so much. My dad always said, but it's just peanut butter. Why are you so happy? You could have easily bought that yourself. I'm like, it's the thought that counts. The fact that this person left the location to go to the shops and buy me peanut butter and put it in a box and give it to me, that is beautiful, so I love peanut butter that much. Next question is love or money and why? Like, this is a very difficult question. Because obviously, everybody wants love and obviously, everybody wants money. How are you going to live life without money? How are you going to do these things that you want to do without money? So this is a difficult question. I don't love money, especially because I hate how it makes people behave. Uh, and the control that it has on people, and just money is a filthy thing. But obviously you can't live without it. But if somebody would put a gun on my head and say, Albert, choose money or love. I'm a lover, and I love love. You know, I love love, and because I've always been so unlucky, when it comes to love, I that's something that I really really want for myself. I really really want that for myself, and I'm gonna get it. So yeah, if I had to choose love or money, I love, honestly love. I want that for myself. I really do. I'm very deserving of it. I think, as I think I give people around me so much love. So I'd rather live in a one bedroom and be happy than live in a 15 or 20 room house and be very unhappy. So yeah. So to answer your question, love. If we see you in public, is it okay to come and say hi? Why would it not be okay? Yes! Yes, and I think I'm a very welcoming person. I won't give you weird vibes. And but don't expect me to know who you are. I think that's one thing that I've always had a problem with. Don't expect me to know who you are. I have 4.2 subscribers, alright? I I can't remember all of you guys. I can't. And obviously I can't remember how all of you I don't know how most of you guys look. When I get the chance, I always search you guys on Instagram, and some are followed. You know, search you guys, and I always click on your profiles on YouTube. Some of you guys have profile pictures, some of you guys don't. So it's very difficult to tell who is who. No. So yeah, but please come greet me. Come greet me. I'm very welcoming. I'm probably gonna give you a hug and probably gonna start working with you. I love people. I love people. So yeah, please do. Where do you buy your clothes as you dress impeccable? Whoa. English into impeccable. I buy my in the US. I buy my clothes from an app called ASOS. ASOS. I buy my boots there. I buy my suits there. I buy most 80% of my clothes this side. Clothes that I wear this side, I get from that app. It's I can. It's like the price ranges, like the prices and all. It's somehow similar to Zara's. The clothing is beautiful. The quality is amazing, and yeah, they have women clothing also. So yeah, they dope. It's like a Zara, but more fashion forward Zara. Yeah, they good. They good. I also buy from I also have a few items from Shein, but Shein Yambo. Shein the things, the qualities are good, and the tailoring also is not so good, you know. So we done with the Q&A, Hebo. We done. So we done with the Q&A, and I've answered all the questions that you guys asked me. I think this was fun. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this Q&A, and hope you guys did also, and I hope I answered all your questions. Like properly, you know. I've never done anything like this, but I think I tried to answer your questions to my full potential. So yeah, this was really fun of me. So yeah, I'm gonna be gone for like 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, and just get some rest, you know. During that time, you guys can try to, you know, watch all my old videos, you know. And yeah, so yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm really tired also right now. I think you can hear it in my voice. I think I've been speaking too long. So yeah, so I'm really tired. I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna edit this video and then post it and get some rest. So yeah, but I've been getting a lot of rest, which I'm very grateful for. So yeah, so thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys soon. Don't forget, okay? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share my videos. Like I always say, you'll never know who might like my content. So yeah, so share more, share, subscribe. Subscribe. After this, I'm gonna share a video Thursday night. I went out with my friends and we hadn't done it for so long, and we went to a club and it was amazing. So yeah, I'm gonna share a little clip of that, and then yeah.
When you make me